A lawn doesn't pollute, a lawn depollutes. A lawn will actually clean up pollution. To illustrate, let's use a flock of ibis that are foraging in your yard. Like most birds, they leave behind some waste. The waste falls into the grass, and soon gravity will suck it deeper into the canopy until it disappears below the foliage. Below the foliage, the waste enters into a different world, a world that resembles a triple canopy jungle. It's dark, wet, sticky, muddy, and a windless place. It's teeming with all sorts of life, but instead of monkeys, birds, and snakes, you have worms, beetles, and insects of all kinds. And there are millions of microscopic single-cell protozoa and bacteria, and simple plant life like fungi, molds, and algae. And it's a very crowded jungle. It's jammed packed with millions of hungry microbes waiting for what falls from the sky above. Leaves, dust, pollen, animal waste, and air pollution trapped in rain, and even fertilizers and lawn chemicals. These are the things that the microbes feed on. They attack anything that enters their world. The worms and beetles attack by chewing and scratching and digging in the waste. The microscopic single-cell protozoa and bacteria, they cover their prey with an enzyme slime that dissolves the waste, extracting nutrients the microbes can absorb and use for growth and reproduction. All this insect and microbial activity enriches the soil with nutrients that the fibrous roots of the turf can completely absorb and use for its own growth and reproduction. And after the feeding frenzy is over, after the waste has been completely chewed, dissolved, and absorbed, all that remains is water and carbon dioxide. The waste is gone, the lawn is depolluted. And this process happens 24/7, 365 days a year to anything that falls into the canopy, including fertilizers and lawn chemicals. This was proven in a 7-year study done by the Florida Department of Environmental Protection, which conclusively showed that fertilizers put on a lawn never leave the lawn. So how important is the grass? Well, the grass is the jungle. The grass creates the environment. Take away the jungle, everything stops. The bugs crawl away or fly or burrow into another lawn. The bacteria dry up and die. The fungi, mold, and algae wither and just blow away. It all stops. No more depolluting. So do rock yards and xeriscape depollute? No. Rock yards are the worst. Barren, dry, windswept rock yards support very little insect or microbial life. Whatever falls on a rock yard either blows away, washes away, or percolates down into the soil. And the same could be said of an unirrigated grass lawn. The limited water and thin open canopy have little or no microbial activity. Unirrigated lawns are equal to a rock yard, except it needs to be mowed. Xeriscapes are a little better, but not much. The thin, sparse planting and limited irrigation support very little microbial life. However, irrigated grass lawns are superior to either rock or xeriscape landscapes. A well-watered, tall patch of St. Augustine grass can support a diverse and expansive population of beneficial insects, single-cell life forms, and simple plants, all active and thriving to depollute the lawn. Now, this is not new. A book written in 1945 called Soil and Health by Sir Albert Howard, who many consider the father of organic farming, showed the relationship between healthy pastures and healthy farm animals and farmers. It was the discovery of the microbial breakdown of organic material in a pasture, which he referred to as composting, that led him to believe that the healthy pastures depolluted the land and gave rise to healthy animals and people. So consider all of this when you're thinking about a landscape. Lawns don't pollute, they depollute. I'm Rick Orr, and this is Turf Tips for Pinellas County.